7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man,
Right.
clothed with the garment down to the foot,
Right. So he's clothed down to the foot. Keep going.
and girded about the paps
Right.
with the golden girdle.
Right. He had a golden girdle on. Keep going.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
All right, we're gonna start right there. Hold on. So it said his head and his hairs were white like wool. Does this like this guy got woolly hair? No. X. Right? Is it white? X. Keep going.
As white as
You don't
snow.
know what wool is?
Oh yes, that's a good question. So woolly
She
hair,
said sheep hair.
Yeah.
like this. Y'all our hair. We got
Our
woolly
hair
hair.
grows like wool.
You guys ever seen them jean jackets with the white on the top? The white puffy stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, who hair that look like?
Through the spirit.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's our hair,
But does
man.
it look like your shoes had that kind of hair? No, it's like doggy shoe hair.
I'm gonna buy them off you, B, so I can show them at the next person. They like these. His head and his hairs are white like wool, as white as snow.
Mm-hmm.
And his eyes, Salakia. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So also his eyes was a flame of fire, but this guy has blue eyes, right? So that's an X right there. Keep going.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So, all right, do y'all know what feet is like the same color as body, right? So what color is brass? It's like a derivative
Like
of
a
brown.
penny?
It's like kind of like a brownish
brownish gold.
A brownish gold. You can say that,
It's
right?
like bronze almost.
Come on.
Like a penny.
Yeah, like a penny. Does this guy look like that?
That ain't
He
him.
ain't white, cause that's white right there. So he just something. He pink. We gonna call him pink. He's a pink man. All right. So that's right. That's an X right there. Keep going.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So now you take this brass and you burn it in a furnace. What would that look like?
If you burn anything,
If I was to
what
burn
color it
anything,
turn?
Without put anything in the furnace, what would happen? It's gonna get dark.
Y'all
So,
don't cook?
so this man, does this like a dark skinned man? So this can't be Christ. And we was playing baseball, right? That's 3 strikes. He's out. He's gone, man. This man going back in the dugout. Oh God, go ahead.
Nah, man. So, if I were to ask you, what's one attribute that he read that Christ should have? His hair should be what? Color of wool? White
Got like wool.
Right? What color would his skin be? Bronze, right? Be
Really
dark
black.
black. Since he-
As if it burnt in the furnace.
He's dark.
Right.
Dark.
So
Chocolate dark.
That doesn't fit the description, right?
Charcoal
But does
dark.
this man kind of fit that description? Not saying he's Jesus though. Oh, my bad. Right?
But is that considered like white hair?
Yeah. So like,
White woolly hair.
so
You got a picture. Well, that-
It's
Yeah,
white
yeah,
hair
so-
though. We call it gray because
Yeah.
it's mixed in with other black hairs. But the hair that grows out your head is actually white, but it appears gray.
right.
Yeah.
If that
I'm
makes
trying to
sense.
see if I can
But
get
he's
a
not
full
saying that's
gray head.
exactly the image. We know that's Morgan Freeman, right? But what he's trying to show you is that the Jesus in the Bible looks more like you than what's taught to us. They taught us that it looked like that,
All right.
but the Jesus in the Bible really looks like us.
Facts.
I'll ask some question. Why y'all think they did that? Why y'all think that they told you that Jesus was white instead of black? Why would y'all think the reason of that? Y'all ever thought about that? The reason why they did that is for white supremacy. Because if you see this being Jesus, you think white people are superior and you think they guys by looking at that image. So
Anything they say goes.
yeah, anything they say go. They couldn't tell a slave that the greatest man that ever walked the earth looked like them. They didn't want us to know that. So they painted a false image of this man being Jesus so we can look at him as being Jesus and then look at his people as being superior than us. It's all mind games
That's
they play
why
to
our
us.
people, our hearts stop when we see the police, we see them lights flash, when we get in court and we're before a white
Ain't
judge,
all that smoking, huh?
we're terrified because we don't know
Smoking.
he got the power to just put us in jail for life. That's why when we go to school, a lot of our people would rather go to a PWI than the HBCU because we believe they have better information and that we're gonna get better jobs, which you will. In America, you will. So they set up this whole place to pretty much tell us that we were lesser and that they were more. And it all started with the Roman Catholic Church, which led into Christianity that taught white Jesus. So don't get it twisted. We're not pushing Christianity. We're pushing the truth, which is the Bible. So that's why the brothers asked you when you first came up, do you believe in the Bible? Because a lot of people will say, I don't believe in the Bible, but they really don't believe in Christianity. So when you listen to Christianity, Christianity will have a lot of contradictions that aren't not inside the Bible.
Damn,
But the Bible will always tell you the truth, and that's why we're telling you guys to read it for yourself.
Brother
Don't
Coffin.
let a pastor, don't let
You all right?
a reverend or a
ain't
missionary,
my
don't
dad.
let any of them tell you what's in there. Read it for yourself, because if not, you'll just think that's Jesus for the rest of your life.
Facts.
Fine. And I wanted to read a precept too. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 15. It says, "For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he hath made an image of his child, soon taken away, now honored him as a god."
So hold on. So this is a history lesson, right? So, what's his father's name? This picture's actually
Joseph.
was it? It was his father was a pope, but his father was a pope.
Oh, you talking about the bro dude in the picture? I thought you
Yeah.
talking about
Like
Christ.
Pope Alexander.
Yeah, his dad was a
The-
pope.
the- booking up.
His dad was a pope, right? So his dad was a pope. This man named is Serge Bourget.
You can look him up.
So you can look him up. His daddy ended up like I said, like the Bible is telling you what happened. This is literally history in the Bible. Read that.
For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he hath made an image of his child, soon taken away, now honored him as a god.
Right. So this man is a regular man who died. So his dad, he was in mourning, so he had his son painted and had people honor him as a god. So people, that's what people when they think of God right here. They think of Christ, because Christ is God.
Leonardo,
Is a God.
Leonardo da Vinci was the one that
Yeah.
painted it.
Leonardo da Vinci, right? So people look up to this thing. You know, you got people, grandmas got this in there. People kneel before this. They got it in churches, like brother was just talking about this
You
earlier. They
can
got it
only
in churches.
imagine when we go and preach this on the street corners, how people look at us because we put horns on it. And them not knowing the truth of what he actually looked like in the Bible, they think that we're actually wicked people because we put the horns on him. But it's really just to teach them the truth, like that's not him.
Facts.
Because that's what the devil just means deceiver,
Right.
right? So anything in this world that deceives you is a devil, right?
Right.
If your friend tells you, "Girl, I'm outside, I'm finna come pick, I'm outside right now, come out the door," but you outside waiting on them and you see they ain't outside, they a devil. They deceiving you.
Yeah.
You damn devil, you
Come
lying to me.
outside,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? But this is another precept to go with
Shoot.
that as well, right? This is First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48.
Right.
It says, "And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their
image."
images." So now we have a history of iconoclasm, right?
Right.
Where you have people changing the images of what something was to make it be of themselves, to make themselves, pretty much like in rulership, right? We know the history of what happened to our people. We know the history of a certain people group in this society, right?
Right.
So we have to understand that images like these, people get offended at it, and we just like, well, it offends me too because that's not the truth, right? But y'all yield.
No, that's a good point. And could you kind of keep reading on that?
Wisdom Solomon?
Yes, come.
Y'all good with the
Come.
smoke?
Kind. And it says,
Yeah,
verse,
All praises.
it's that stuff.
now it said, now honored him as a god,
Right.
which was then a dead man,
Right.
and delivered to those that were under him
Right.
ceremonies and
Brother,
sacrifices.
Right.
Thus,
Go ahead, go-
thus in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong.
Right, so it says an ungodly custom grown strong. Christianity is an ungodly custom, as it is right now.
I give you a flight back.
Being a follower of Christ as it is now is an ungodly custom, because it goes to things against God. Right, one of the things you can't be in its truth, you can't be a hypocrite, and that's a lot of things that Christianity practices, being a hypocrite. Because at one point they'll say, "Oh, the law was done away with," but then they'll tell you got to pay your tithes and offering. That's in the law, right? So you can't you get what I'm saying? And then they don't tell their people what thus said the Lord. They don't rebuke our people. They suffer sin upon our people. Think about this. If I truly love you, right, and there's a Mack truck coming down the way, and I sit there and I watch you get hit, and I could have said the whole time, "Get out the way," right? Was that love? No, it's not love. Now, if I say get out the way and you chose to do it yourself, that's on you. But point is, there's an ungodly custom has grown from this right here. People worship this image,
Jake.
right? You got gangsters that finally get some money,
Look at
dope
Jake.
boys, and they go put this image around their neck, put this
Madness.
on a necklace, saying this my God, right? That's madness, right? Because we ain't supposed to worship an image anyway,
Good
right?
job.
But the point is, ungodly custom has grown from what has to come, right? But that.